Hello. It's been one of those days that you just wouldn't imagine that you were going to have. I couldn't have predicted it. Started off this morning, it was okay. I got up, I was quiet, so I didn't disturb Elaine. I was listening to the news on the radio, having my breakfast. When the news had finished, so there was a program on about a poet, John Clare. Now, John Clare is my favourite poet of all time. I used to be a member of the John Clare Society. It writes beautiful, beautiful, real life, matter of facty nature poems. It's not all this romantic rubbish that Keats did or anything like that. If you want to look up some of his poems, my favourite three would probably be Little Trotty Wagtail, that's not very long. The Nightingale's Nest, that is lovely because he actually creates the feeling of being with him on this search for the Nightingale's Nest. And I Am's quite a dark poem. He wrote that when he was in an asylum, but it's the one that a lot of people do for their GCSE, strangely enough. Anyway, after that, Elaine got up and I decided that I was going to use the paint I bought yesterday to paint the garage door. It's Buckingham Green, because as far as I'm concerned, all garage doors are Buckingham Green. I don't know why. I have that in my head. I think it's because, coming from a council estate, all the areas for garages, Dan the garages, as we used to call it, they all had green doors, and I think garage doors are Buckingham Green. It's as simple as that. Anyway, I was going to do that. It all turned a bit Frank Spencer. I got the door prepped and I opened the paint. The paint was not Buckingham Green. So I put the lid back on and tilted it a bit to read it, and it said that you need to stir it before you use it and then stir it continuously while using it. So I thought when you go and get those mixed paints where you pick what colour it is, they actually shake it in that shaker machine. So I thought I'll shake it. So I was shaking it gently to start off with when I felt like a drip on my finger, and it turns out I didn't put the lid on properly. So it it's not it's that green, um, and it was all over my fingers, and it dribbled onto the floor and made a puddle. So I thought, oh, I'll get a cloth and I'll wipe it away. So I got a cloth and wiped it away, which actually just made the splodge even bigger. Um, but never mind, carried on with painting. I put a board, like an old cardboard box, underneath for the dribbles, which is good because there were a lot of dribbles. But what I didn't realise, even though I was very carefully keeping away from the dribbles, I wasn't watching where my feet were. So obviously I'm painting in my slippers, and now I've got paint all over them and there's splodge marks everywhere. I hope it's not gone into the house. Then, while I'm three quarters of the way through the first door, Elaine came down with my phone to her ear and said, "He's here now, I'll just tell him." And apparently my mum had taken a fall. My mum does fall sometimes. Um, she can't help it, she's getting old. But she's got this osteoporosis thingy, which means that we have to be really, really careful when she falls. And she's fallen before, and she's broken her hip, and she's broken bits and bobs like that. Anyway, next door neighbour had called and the ambulance was already there, so that's it. Shut the garage door, paintbrush in the white spirit, lid on the paint, down we came. So we got down here, I don't know, 10:30, something like that, just as the ambulance went to take her. And then I've been with my dad ever since. Um, I've been knocking about where I used to grow up as a kid. My dad's fine, but he's doddery. So, we kind of want somebody here just in case anything happens. So I've been in the kitchen, I've been in the dining room, I've looked around the garden. I'm sat out the garden now and underneath the window that I smashed with a football when I was a young lad and I kicked it too hard. We were told to play with the goals pointing the other way round, but, as a kid you forget. And it shattered everywhere. Oh dear me, I thought my dad would be really, really angry with me, but he wasn't on that occasion. So we're waiting to find out what's happened with my mum. She's had a CT scan, and we're waiting for the results to come through and for the doctor to talk about it. What they said to me is I need to ring back in maybe another hour to an hour and a half. So Elaine came back after she'd been walking the dogs, and I've sent her off shopping to do something with the time while I'm waiting here. She just sent me a message saying that Morrison's, which is not far away, the queue is absolutely shocking, so she's going to go to Sainsbury's to get our shopping from there, which is a shame because the beer in Morrison's is better. But there you go. Anyway, we're waiting for that, and hopefully we'll get my mum home before the end of the day, and then hopefully we might get a chance to have a drive out in the Herald and walk the dogs, which is what we were going to do with the day. If not, we'll just wait till 8 o'clock and clap for the carers. Never mind. It's been nice out in the sunshine. Tomorrow's another day. We'll see what happens. Right, see you later. Bye bye.